Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Skies of Arcadia Legends. Alright, so we have just finished up our events at Esperanza, and now we have the all clear to make our way through the Dark Rift. Now, as Don mentioned just before we left, we can look for this little vortex that we need to find our way through. Believe it or not, we have seen it before, and you may remember it as soon as we come across it. If you remember, we actually found a discovery out here. We found the blimp wreck. And there's a pretty obvious little black circle here that we, definitely need to check out. Alright, so let's get to it. And you'll see once we approach it, this is the Dark Rift. This is the place we're going to enter to make our crossing. So let's get to it. It looks like we can get inside the Dark Rift through here. Enrique, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. I don't suppose I have much of a choice at this point. We must get through the Dark Rift no matter what. Don't mind me, I'll be fine. This is neither the time nor the place to be complaining about air sickness. Yeah, well, you got that right. Okay, so here we are inside of the Dark Rift. Now, this is a pretty interesting place because it's kind of like a dungeon, but it's also, we're flying around with our ship. You can see we've got a pretty interesting looking save point here. So this is the first instance of what I basically would call a ship dungeon. I am going to go ahead and just make a save here, just in case we play things safe. And it's a brand new save point, so we might as well use it. But yeah, this is what I would like to call a ship dungeon. I mean, basically, there are treasures we can pick up, there are multiple ways we can go, but we're flying around in our ship, so it's like a three-dimensional type thing. So it's pretty cool. It's nice that they're still throwing new things at us, after all this time. So we can make our way through this little tunnel of clouds here. The music kicks in, and this is basically what the Dark Rift looks like. It's an interesting place. You can see there are some little pockets kind of here and there that are calm. I'm also going to go ahead. I think I still need to... Yeah, he's still got that white map on. I'm going to take it off because I keep forgetting to put the captain's hat on him, and he's like so much less effective in battle if you don't have that. So there are sort of treasures to pick up, like I mentioned before, but they're not exactly in treasure chests. You can see this kind of the shipwreck here. For some reason has this bright yellow glow to it. We can actually check these out, and you can see we received treasure from it. This is going to be where we're going to pick up our items around the area. So there's quite a few of them. This moss armor I don't really think is that good. It may... Yeah, Aka can't even wear it. Fina can actually wear it. Okay, well, I guess that works. Seems like it boosts her stats, so we'll do that. Alright, now we got some random battles here. Also, of course, there's some pretty interesting enemies. There's one in particular, and I'll let you know if we come across it, that you need to watch out for. And I don't see any in here. Now, these Suraks, I believe we have seen. I'm pretty sure they were outside, sort of in the Cape Victory area. These Flists, however, I think are new. They are purple, which means they should pretty much be primed for Aka's Lambda Burst, which is still actually pretty good as far as random battles are concerned. So we'll do that, and everything should probably go down. I don't remember them being necessarily tough. It looks like they can use Noxus, of course, which is somewhat annoying. But hopefully the poison damage shouldn't stack up too much anyway. And if we take it down on this round, it won't matter at all. And the only thing about it is it can be a little bit time-consuming if all of them, want to sit around and spam spells at you, because there are 5 of them. Alright, so let's see how Lambda Burst does. Oh, it actually didn't take them down, but it did bring them pretty close, so one more round will do it. So they kind of lean over to the side when they're about to be defeated. That's kind of funny. Alright, and the other ones will take a few of them down, of course. I tell you what, Vice is crazy when you put that captain's hat on him. Combine that with the Berserker Mail and the red-purple element difference. He just did 1,100 damage with a critical hit. I mean, that's insane at this point. Alright, so a little bit of poison damage, but we'll take him down in this round. We'll have everyone attack. Just have Aka use Lambda Burst just in case it gets to her. But they'll be able to take it down with regular hits. I mean, 803 on just a regular attack, so... And he is definitely taking things down. Alright, so down goes the last enemy, and we're good to go. They got a little bit of damage in on us thanks to Noxus.
Let us pray that our next battle goes as well.
But it's not too bad. Looks like, yeah, Vice has already hit level 30. And the rest of them are getting pretty close, so that's good. Alright, now we've got some more treasures to look for around here. We want to pretty much just head straight down. It can be a little bit awkward to sort of get around with the ship, but you can actually change the camera. I don't know if I've pointed this out. I'm sure I have at some point. You can use the direction pad to sort of look in different places, so that can help you if you're searching around for treasure. We have a Mega Seed down here, which I guess we can use. It only, I think it increases max MP by 1, which doesn't really do a lot. I don't use a lot of MP anyway. We'll give it to Aka. Alright, so now we can head up. You can see we've got this little hole in the moss wall there. Alright, same battle with the same enemies, pretty much. So we can go through here. You can see there's another ship sort of sticking out of the wall up here. If we make our way up to it, we find the Dream Cutlass. Now, this is a pretty interesting little weapon. It doesn't really do anything too special, but the description is kind of neat. This is the Dream Cutlass, a legendary sword that can supposedly rip the fabric of reality and make dreams come true. That sounds awesome. Unfortunately, it's just another step. We'll actually be getting a better one before too long, so I guess don't get too attached to it, but... Alright, so now we can go straight down here. You can see we've got another little vortex we can go through, so let's do so. And these little cloud tunnel areas are kind of neat. Another interesting thing about this actually is if you get into a random battle while you're in this tunnel, the background will actually change to reflect that. You know, like the environment around you when you're battling, so that's kind of cool, I think. Alright, now this area right here is sort of a big central hub, as you'll soon see. We want to check out this little space right here, though. It looks like there's kind of this bright circle. It's getting closer, and you can see there's actually a discovery in here, which I find rather interesting. This is the Black Moonstone. This rare Black Moonstone holds tremendous power. It can turn positive energy to negative and vice versa, but a practical application of this ability has not been found. There are rumors of a lost Black Moon, but the truth remains unknown. Yeah, of course, moonstones have to come from a moon, right? So maybe there was a Black Moon at one point. Alright, so as you can see, we've got numerous different ways to go. There are 4 portals in total. We are going to go to the rightmost one. This is just going to be a little dead-end area, but there's a few things we can do here. And you also kind of have to be a little bit careful about which portals you'll go into. I'll point that out a little bit more later. But it turns out in some cases, let's see, here we're going to get into a battle in the little cloud tunnel. And there's probably going to be new enemies, so we'll just go ahead and do this. But there are actually some areas where if you go in the wrong portal, you actually end up going back to the start, so that's kind of a pain. And yes, we have the Flat Fiends. I love that name because they're flat, so it works pretty well. Let's got some more of these fleeced guys. Lambda Burst should probably... I mean, everything's purple here, and Lambda Burst is red element, so we'll just focus everyone else on those fleeced. Yeah, and you can see the Flat Fiends go down anyway, so with this round of attacks, we should get them, assuming we don't miss. Watch them lead over to the right.
Over there.
Yeah, we're also actually going to be upgrading Fina's Cupel form sometime soon. Still got a little ways, but one more Cham will actually do it, so that should be cool. Alright, so let's keep on going through. Alright, so like I said, there are a few things we can be doing around here. That ship in particular is somewhat interesting, because if you look between the two, the glow is a little bit different. It's sort of more orange colored. But we want to come down here first and check out this ship. There we are. This one has 3 sacrum crystals inside, which is pretty nice. I'll definitely take those. And I guess now we can check out this ship in the middle here, and you'll see once we walk up to it, or fly up to it, I guess, the screen actually fades out and we have a transition. You can see we're going inside, and there's a guy in here. First, let's loot his stuff, get a moonberry from it. We should actually have quite a few at this point, so I'm going to learn a few new moves with Fina real quick. We've got 3, so we may be able to only learn this one. Cleanses all allies of adverse effects. This is Lunar Cleansing. Pretty nice one. Alright, so now I guess we should talk to the guy. Sir? Are you alright? Did you get shipwrecked in here? Who are you? I'm Vice, a blue air pirate. What's your name? A blue air pirate? That's kind of weird. I don't know. Huh? I can't remember anything from before the shipwreck. I can't even remember my crewmates' names. It appears that he has amnesia. Poor man. Shock of being shipwrecked must have been devastating. I wonder where he's from. It's you! Oh, thank the moons I found you! Your hair's a little longer than before, and you've got a beard now, but I know it's you. I'd never forget you. You're my husband, Robinson. Robinson? That's my name? Yes, that's right. It's me, Polly. Don't you remember me? Anne and I have been waiting for you for years. Polly? Anne? Wait, Robinson. Polly. Anne. Anne. Yes, yes! Yes, my name's Robinson, and I remember. I remember my wife, Polly, and my daughter, Anne. Yes, yes, that's right. Yes, I remember now. Oh, Polly, I'm so sorry. You must have been so worried. I'm so sorry that I left you alone for so long. I'll never let you go again. Nor will I. But it seems like you're a lot more woman than when I last saw you. You haven't seen me in years, and that's all you have to say to me? Your name was Vice, right? I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Because of you, I've been reunited with Polly. Polly tells me that she's a member of your crew now. I would like to go with Polly. Could I come aboard your ship as a member of your crew? Of course, we could always use more help. I'm not in the best of shape, but I still remember how to sail. I can at least do that much for you. Alright, and Robinson joined our crew as a sailor. Nice. So yeah, who would have thought that all this time Polly's missing husband was actually shipwrecked in here all along? So, hey, it's nice that we were able to sort of facilitate that reunion. And it's got an interesting little setup here. Not really a whole lot else to check out. The camera gets kind of weird and close up because it gets caught on things. Is this supposed to be a bed? It doesn't look very comfortable, but it's probably more comfortable than the hammock on the Little Jack. Oh yeah, I remember that thing. And you wouldn't have the loud engine to worry about either. So yeah, various other stuff around here, but nothing really too important to check out, so let's head back into the Delphinus. So I always thought this was kind of neat, that there was just this little area that you could leave your ship to go into, you know? It's kind of nice that they're sort of incorporating both the ship and the on-foot exploration elements. Alright, so now before we leave this little area, we want to go straight up. You can see there's a ship that is way up here. And if we check this one, we find 2731 gold. Alright, well that's good. And also, it looks like the camera's kind of zoomed out a bit or something. I'm not sure what really happened there, but anyway, that's all there is to do in this area, so let's head back. And I believe this should take us back to the little central area we were in before with the Black Moonstone. Alright, so now let's head through. Oh, got a battle. Alright, so now we are back in the middle. Now, if we look straight ahead, you can see we've got two different portals, and or vortexes, or whatever you want to call them. And if you look, the one on the left is sort of slightly blinking red. It may be a little bit tough to see, but if you just watch it, you can tell. Basically, if we go through that portal, we would be taken straight back to the start, and would have to start the dungeon over. So we want to definitely go through the normal one instead. Watch as the clouds circle around us. I always thought this was kind of cool. And I guess we could also talk about the music. You know, it's not much, it's simple, but it really gets the job done. You know, it has a great sort of eerie atmosphere, you know. Alright, so now that we are through here, we've got this little sort of gap between the two sides. There's sort of an arrow pointing up, and we'll of course deal with that in a bit. Alright, but first you can see there's a ship over here, and we definitely want to check that. And we receive an Aura of Valor, so this is actually a pretty important little thing to pick up. Remember, the Aura of Valor instantly maxes out your SP gauge, so that's definitely really cool. Now, as we go to the other side, you can see there's going to be another ship up here next to this really creepy island. It freaks me out. I mean, just look at that. It's like it's breathing or something. I don't want to get too close to it. But we need to check this upside-down ship, and we receive a moonberry from it. So they're pretty much throwing those at us, and okay, my ship was stuck in the facing upward position. So you can see we've got these little, I guess these are kind of beams of light. I'm not entirely sure, but if we pretty much just get in the middle of it and go straight up, this will be our way forward. And you can see we've got another ship right over here. We check this one, and we get into a fight. And yes, somehow, our friend Zivilyn Bane has managed to make his way in here and onto that ship. Don't ask me how he keeps turning up in all these places, but he's pretty simple to deal with. Obviously red, we're going to go with purple. We can pretty much just guard with everyone else. I mean, a few Cutlass Furies and he'll go down, maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 or something like that. So, as you can see, Vice actually does quite a lot of damage, 1450, his HP went down pretty well. And the turns go by really quickly when all you do is a Cutlass Fury and guard with everyone else. So he's already below half. He's probably going to do a burst. Yeah, he usually does on the second turn. So Vice was the target. Alright, so let's keep going at it. We've got 10 SP left, so if we want, we can actually have Enrique use Royal Blade. We've never seen it before, and I think he should survive that Cutlass Fury, so we'll probably get to see it. If he doesn't, that's too bad. Yeah, you can see he survives, so Enrique is actually going to get to finish him off here. Yeah, not a bad little skill. It actually does decent damage, too. But of course, costs more SP, and Vice is quite a lot stronger, so we will pretty much... Enrique's not going to be taking the attacking role, we'll say that much. That and the fact that his Justice Shield is just so useful. Alright, and we receive a Chalice of Blood. Of course, it doesn't do anything, it's just a merchant thing. We picked up a Zael Seed, which I suppose we should use. Increases Vigor by 3. I wouldn't know off the top of my head what that does. Fida could use some extra vigor, I guess. And while we're at it, we should probably go ahead and heal up. We'll just use this a couple times. MP's not really that big of a deal. Alright. So now we need to be looking for another Vortex somewhere. There it is. I don't know how you can miss something that big. And we're actually getting pretty close to the end of the Dark Rift. So on through we go. Whoa, kind of jumped there for a second. I think it's loading the next area or something. And as you can see, there's a dude here who's probably not going to let us through without a fight. We got a save point, so yes, we are actually going to have sort of a ship boss battle at the end of this ship dungeon. It's kind of cool how they did it, but anyway, I think this is probably a good place to stop. Next time we'll take this guy on and see if we can make it through to the other side of the Dark Rift. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.